If the Bible had powers, I tell you, nobody will bring it to Africa. Repeat after me. If the Bible was useful or had powers, nobody will bring it to Africa. Period.
Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Let me tell you something. Men, me tired for talk to you. And I really even shouldn't be making this video because you know head tough and you deserve what you know have worked for. You understand me? But for those whose life and liberty, those few sensible ones still left out there who have not yet heard my message, or who hear my message but don't need it, but know somebody who need this message, send on this post to them. If you love them, you are saving a life, or saving their money and their wealth if they have any. Just over 2 weeks ago, I put out a video on the 1st of April, Tam Fool Day, about one fool man who give him life over one little dolly. This was the thumbnail for that video. And in all honesty, me can't believe some man they all were fool so. Because remember yesterday I did a video about this gentleman here. This Earl Simmonds, the businessman who had been shot and killed at his birthday party on Sunday night. After putting out that video, 3 persons, at least 3, came into the comment section on that video and said them know the man and the man is not mixed up in any kind of shady activities whatsoever. So nobody would be looking for him to hurt him. That means that this is an inside job. Family had something to do with it. And based on what I'm hearing about the clean life that this man live, although man can have some little underworld life and undercover life where nobody don't know about, but on the face of it, this made complete sense that family would have something to do with it. And guess what? That turned out to be somewhat true, in the sense that it had come from right inside him house. You see, the 2 men who had taken him out, they had been subsequently shot and killed by licensed firearm holders within moments. Less than 30 seconds after they killed him, they too were dead. And very importantly, when detectives came on the scene, they actually managed to get both phones for both of those 2 deceased gunmen. And the first thing the police did was to start tracking all of the last calls. They made a note of all the calls that were made in the last 8 hours of those up to the time when they had been shot and killed. Now, one of the first person who arrived on the scene of the incident was Earl Simmonds' common law wife, 33-year-old Melissa Dunbar. She is 33, and based on what I'm hearing, he's around 53. So he is actually 20 years older than her. What happened though is that when the police had taken the phones, and when they went through them and checked those numbers, they realized that having spoken with the common law wife, Lisa, they found that the numbers that Lisa gave them as her own, she has one of those 2-chip iPhones. And it was found that one of these 2 gunmen, dead gunmen, was in touch with her and she with them. She was asked to explain how is it that the gunmen were calling you and you were calling the gunmen. Her explanation was that it's one of her friend, one of them she'd go school with him or something to that effect, or some family member. But she couldn't explain the fullness of all the calls being made up to the time when the murder had happened, because she was not on the spot when the incident took place. She was actually at the house. And it seems that up to probably minutes before they went after her common law husband, she was in touch with one of them. Now that is highly suspicious. So she has been taken into custody and she's being thoroughly interrogated. So far, no charges has been brought against her. But based on the investigation that police are doing right now, it is very likely that charges will be brought against her. Now, it seemed to have taken up with Melissa Dunbar back in December of 2023. So, December gone here, they would have been together for 1 year. What I've learned about Melissa, them call her Lisa. What I've learned about Lisa is that she had been living in the United States as a child. She went up to the United States with her mother. Both of them went up on visitor's visa. At that time, she was about 7 years old, 6 or 7. And she never came back to Jamaica until around the summer of 2023. So, I don't know exactly when they got into a relationship, but by December of 2023, she was living in his house. She was the one who was handling all his affairs. Now, I honestly don't know if Earl Simmonds has any relatives living in the house. But what I'm hearing is that but I hear that he has tenants live downstairs while he lives upstairs, or vice versa. But I know it's a 2-story house, fairly large 2-story house. There had been some recent quarrels between Earl and Lisa, because it seems that she was siphoning up some money and buying building materials. Cements, steels, blocks, sand, marl, and a whole lot of other stuff for building materials. And it would appear that she was actually trying to build some kind of a building, maybe a house, somewhere else. And there was some argument about it. Of course, that was somewhere around December, just December, the other day, into January. But things seem to have calmed down. But God knows what happened. What oh? Let us take a look at Melissa and learn some lessons now. This is Lisa. Look upon her. The girl full of tattoo. First of all, she have one ring in a one side of her nose, and I hear that lately she have another ring in the center space in between her two nostrils. You know, where that makes you look like, where that's like bull cow. And yes, I did say bull cow, because this is Jamaica, and bull cow, we have bull cow out here. We don't know about other country. Now, like I've always told you men, you middle-aged men, in particular, but this go for all men, when you see them sitting look so a road, run. As men, you should not share body fluids with anything where look so. Anything where wear false hair, false eyelash, false eyebrow, false skin color, and most importantly, have whole heap of bore up in her den years. Because I hear that currently she have 3 or 4 piercing in each ear. In other words, these are not her most recent photographs. In particular, men, I want you to look at the tattoos. Once you see a woman with them mark up, and bore up, and plastic all over them, left them alone, red flag. Do not flatter yourself. Such women do not love you. First, and I'm going back to the tattoos. Any woman who take whatever instrument and make somebody take instrument and mark up them kin. Mark up them kin like this. It's tasteless. It's classless. Such a person is crass, insipid, trashy, inelegant, vulgar, and crude. And by the way, all her butt cheeks, them have a tattoo, you know. And this was said by someone who see her on the beach. And there's a snake with an apple between her legs. I hear that inside her left thigh, near up to her pums, there is a snake with an apple. Now, who should it expect to see that one? Of course, this tattoo couldn't be seen clearly because she never really opened her legs. But based on what they could figure, they see parts of a snake and they see part of an apple. The only way this tattoo could have been seen clearly would have been if her legs was to be spread wide open. Now the question is, when you put a tattoo with the face of the snake up to your pums, that everybody can know what it is, even though they can't see the full snake and the full apple. Now, when you put on a tattoo, say me now, people. When you put on a tattoo, don't you put on a tattoo to show it off? No, when you have a tattoo, that when your legs are locked, you can virtually see none of the tattoo. And even if your legs are partially open, the total tattoo cannot be seen. You have to work with the piece where you see and imagine what the rest of it looks like. Now, who did she expect to see this tattoo? No, must somebody. And you can't put a tattoo like this between your leg just to show one dege somebody. What's the point? After him see the tattoo for the purse there too, it doesn't matter to him anymore. The whole novelty wears off. Because what the man is more interested in is the pums, not your tattoo. So clearly, this tattoo was placed between her legs to entice a few dozen or hundreds or a few thousand men. Because I'm quite sure she would want to show off that tattoo as much as she can. And that's not for one person. Like I've always said, you are who you folk. So if you look upon that as a man and you folk that, it says a lot about you. It is also said that you are what you eat. I only know about started laughing. I only said something, you are what you eat. Behave on yourself. I real lessons we I teach now. Amen. You know, over the past few weeks, since late last year, I keep telling you guys and all my fans that I'm going to make 2 videos showing men the type of women to look for and the type of women to run from. I know nothing to do with. So far, I've not made that video. And of course, I was going to make one showing the women what kind of men to avoid, what red flags to look for when seeking a man, and the attributes you should look for in finding the right partner suitable for you. So far, I've not made those videos. But, you know, this coming weekend, I may take Saturday and Sunday and put out one for the ladies to advise ladies on Saturday and put out one for the men on Sunday. But I think it's about time I make those videos. So stay tuned and subscribe and hit the notification bell, which means that when me put out them video there, we are going to teach you know, because me come here to teach life story and empower you know. Me not just come here just so. I want to empower my people. So make sure you don't miss those videos. I promise, I'm going to try to do them by weekend. Alright? Stay tuned. Now, the point I'm making is, guys, let me tell you something. Men, don't flatter yourself. No woman on the face of this earth is going to love a man who is 20 years older than her. Of course, there's the odd exception, 1 in every 10,000, but let's not even go there, because it's the exception that proves the rule. Don't flatter yourself. As sitting them a look, no matter how cute and bodacious them look. As a matter of fact, never go for the cute ones. Go for the... You see, let me tell you something about life. You see, women with inner beauty, inner qualities, them don't bother with the whoop of eyebrow pencil and mascara and this, that, and fandangle and distort them face to look like somebody. Women who have got it, the real thing that makes them a real woman, it exudes from their soul. They have it deep inside them. Them now have it pierce on pan them and pierce and glue on pan them head. I've draw on with eyebrow pencil and color. But somehow no just now get it. So there is it. Another businessman bite the dust because of stupidity. Try and learn lessons from this. And thank you once more for visiting my channel. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.